Hey everyone, welcome back. So this is a requested video to review matte lip tints that have the best stain. I haven't done a matte lip tint favorites video in a while, so I thought I would update it as well. Also share with you some combinations and all that jazz. I have my top 5 lip tints. Most of these have been mentioned in my favorites videos in some way or another. First off, we have Peripera's Ink Velvet Lip Tint. Going in first with shade 24 Nude Latte, which is the Korean name. I'll put the English name on the screen somewhere. Sort of this milky brown color. Very pigmented as well, so a little just go along with. And then I'm going with number 40 Calm Rosy in the inner corner of my lips. I actually like to wear Calm Rosy by itself, but for today's video I wore it as a gradient lip just to kind of switch it up a bit. My favorite shade, which I mentioned in my favorites video previously, is 40 Calm Rosy. We have this muted pink purple color. It is going to look more like a pink color. As you know, this is a very popular lip tint and it definitely deserves the hype because of its creamy formula. Really easy to apply, really easy to blend and build. My thick formula, and it is quite moisturizing. This is a velvety matte finish, so it does transfer quite a bit, but the stain is really pigmented. This is the matte version of ROM&ND's Juicy Lasting Tint in Bare Grape. Definitely a must-have in my lip tint collection. Next up we have ROM&ND's Blur Fudge Tint. I'm going in with number 12 Warming Up as my base, and then 14 on Rose in the corner of my lips. Compared to the previous base color, Nude Latte, Warming Up has more warm undertones and it has more of a coral peach color to it rather than a beige color. Unrose is still one of my favorite lip tint colors for this season. You have this beautiful pink rose color. It gives a really natural and beautiful brightening effect. It's not as creamy as Peripera's Ink Velvet Tint, but it goes in the cracks of your lips really well to create that smooth and blurred like look. It's also really easy to blend and build. This is also mask proof. You have to wait about 10 minutes. I didn't wait 10 minutes for the transfer test, but you'll see that it is quite pigmented and leaves a beautiful stain. This is also a velvety matte finish, but the longer you wear it, the better the stain. Next up is Etude House's Fixing Tint. This is in the shade 16 Baked Pecan, and I am obsessed with this shade. It's so beautiful. You have this muted brown pink color. I prefer to wear it just by itself, so I don't have a combination for this one. This has a velvety matte finish, but the stain is really pigmented. So this does apply semi-watery and then it dries matte. Similar to ROM&ND's Blur Fudge Tint, it's also mask proof. It doesn't take as long to dry. It's very buildable and it's really long lasting. I find that this can last up to at least 8 hours. The stain looks pretty much similar to the original shade color. Next up we have CLIO's DEWY Blur Tint. This is in the shade number 7 Nude Breeze. This is a lip tint that I usually wear on a day-to-day basis if I'm running errands and I just don't want to put too much effort but still look put together. You have this pink red color with beige undertones. It gives a nice subtle brightening effect. I usually like to wear this as the gradient look, which creates a very nice MLBB. Similar to Etude House's, it does apply semi-watery. It's a little bit more watery than Etude House's, but it does dry matte. It's going to have a velvety texture on your lips. Once it does dry matte, it's going to merge and look like the texture of your lips, which makes it look very natural but still has that beautiful blurred like look, or like a tint of color, but it still has a semi-soft velvety texture. Very pigmented, very buildable, very easy to blend and create that gradient look. Last but not least, we have FORENCOS Tattoo of Velvet Tint. This is in the shade 11 NOUVEAU. To be honest with you, out of all these lip products, this is the least that I use, but it does have a really good stain, the most pigmented stain out of all of these. So I wanted to include it in this video because the formula is not bad and it does have a really good stain. For this lip shade color, sort of this pink purple color, it does have more purple undertones to it. NOUVEAU is one of my favorite lip shades from this collection. I do have it on my lips right now and I think it's a really beautiful and flattering color for Barbie core trend. It's very pigmented and very blendable as well, but it does create harsh edges, so just make sure you blend very well. So there were a lot of lip tint repeats that I previously talked in my other videos, but most of them are still my current favorites, and of course it was a lot of fun watching them again. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.